The San Antonio Spurs finally traded Dejounte Murray, who has been involved in trade rumors for what feels like a few weeks now. A lot of people seem to be questioning why the Spurs traded Murray, or wanted to trade him, seeing as how he is a 25-year-old all-star level player, great defender, just had the best season of his career, averaging 21 points, 9 assists, 8 rebounds, and a league-leading 2 steals per game. And while all that is true, he's a very talented young player who probably has not hit his ceiling just yet. I still think trading Murray was a necessary move for them. The Spurs are in a really bad spot. Not only are they not good enough to compete for a championship, they're not even good enough to consistently make the playoffs. Additionally, they aren't quite bad enough to get a really high draft pick. They only had the 9th pick this year. They're in NBA purgatory, the worst spot for an NBA team to be in. They really should just start tanking now. And Dejounte Murray, because of his age, just doesn't match up with the Spurs timeline. Being 25 is not really that young in the NBA. Devin Booker is 25 and he's already been in the league for 7 seasons now. Murray himself has been in the NBA for 6 seasons. His tenure with the Spurs dates back to when Kawhi Leonard, Manu Ginobili, Tony Parker were still on the team. He'll be 26 before the start of next season, so he'll be entering his prime pretty soon. If he were 20 or 21, then yeah, sure, the Spurs should keep him, but a 26-year-old isn't really who you should be centering your rebuild around. Additionally, the Spurs got back 3 draft picks from this trade. As a rebuilding and tanking team, they could use all the draft picks they can get, especially since the Spurs have been historically good at finding quality guys late in the draft. Leonard, Ginobili, Parker, Murray himself were all late first-round picks. Well, actually, Ginobili was a second-round pick. Another thing worth mentioning here is, if the Spurs get the number 1 pick next year, they could get that Victor Wembanyama guy. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. If I am not, I apologize. I don't really pay attention to basketball outside of the NBA, so I usually have no idea how good of a prospect is when coming into the NBA. However, I hear that Victor is like a Zion Williamson, Luka Doncic, LeBron James, Tim Duncan level prospect. You know, somebody who's considered a quote-unquote generational talent and is basically a no-brainer number 1 overall pick. Although Luka didn't actually end up going number 1, but whatever. It's kind of weird how we get these quote-unquote once-in-a-generation level players like every 5 years, but whatever. Anyway, if Victor ends up being that good, then the Spurs should definitely try to improve their odds of getting him. That's how they ended up getting Duncan in the first place. David Robinson got injured, so they decided to tank that season, got the number 1 pick, drafted Duncan, and the rest is history. I think this was a very good trade for the Spurs. I hope they can right this ship and become a winning team again someday. The whole Kawhi Leonard situation really derailed this franchise and ruined their future plans. As for the Hawks,